Hi, welcome back to the Custom Saber Shop, and today I'm going to show you a quick trick for repairing scratches on your nice, clean, machined MHS part. Now this is a part that I've already put a ding in, so I've marked that to be maybe possibly part of a weathered saber down the road, or I could try to repair that little part. It's a little screw hole. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what if you're building your saber. You don't want a weathered saber, because sometimes if you scratch up some parts, you just make your saber a weathered saber and just build that into the design of the look. But if you want a really clean saber, and let's say you get a nice big scratch right across your saber. Let's do a couple of them. I don't know if you can see that. One's deeper than the other. I'm going to do actually a close-up and show you. This might help you see better. As you can tell, there's a couple of nice scratches in my nice MHS surface. So there's a couple of things I can do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try this medium grade steel wool. I got this at Home Depot. Now a little tip about using this: if you're using this over your workstation center, you're going to want to blow this off cleanly with an air compressor or something, because these tiny little particles of steel will hide around on your workspace. And if you're using a crystal focus or a nano biscotti, they can get up on your soundboard and create little short circuits, or they attach themselves to the magnet of your speaker. They just create all kinds of havoc. So when I'm using this, I actually use this either somewhere else in my shop, or I clean off my workspace really well after using steel wool. So what I do is, the way these parts are machined, there's kind of like a grain that goes across this way, not this way. So I don't want to rub this way, I want to rub this way. So I want to hold this against my part, and I want to only rub with I call it a grain, and I want to rub over the scratches that I made. It's going to give it a bit of a different finish, so you probably actually want to do your whole part like this so it makes it even. But as you can see, it's starting to diminish those scratches, but they're not gone entirely. They're pretty deep. So what I'm going to use, this is a 320 grit wet dry auto body sandpaper. If you get 320 grit sandpaper for wood, it's not going to do the same thing. You want something that's made from metal. And again, I'm gonna find a place where I can rub this right across the grain the same way, and essentially I'm just buffing out or reducing the surface of the metal around the scratches so that the scratches appear or disappear. I've only been going at this for about a minute. Again, I never want to go that way. And again, deeper scratches, you might not actually remove them entirely, you might just hide them. And then I want to hit it again with the steel wool. And that's going to clean the part up. So this won't work for every instance, every kind of scratch, but if you've got a little scratch and you wanted a really perfect saber and it's just driving you nuts, this may be a way to help clean that up for you. So if I do my whole part like this with the steel wool, so I'm finished. As you can now see, the finish is a little bit different, but the scratches are impossible to see. I finished it off with a tiny little bit of motor oil on the surface, and then hit it again with the steel wool just to kind of clean it up, and then polished it with the paper towel. And that's about the result you can expect with the steel wool method of repairing scratches. Thanks again for watching.